coming up in this read. Someone's making a lot of assumptions, aren't they? Oh, that other person, that they're not going to want to hear from me. I'm probably on block. They probably hate me, this, that, and the next. And it's all completely wrong. Capricorn, let's get into your October love reading. You can check out my description box and my pinned comment if you need any information about myself, my decks, or the personal readings as well. Please also don't take anything too personally that comes out of these reads, because they are general readings, so only some of it could apply to you, especially if you're cross-watching, okay? So you only fit it how it applies, if it applies at all. And as always, please do respect the tarot. Oh, got a frog in my throat. Please do respect the tarot. It does take time for the messages to come out. And finally, if you don't want to miss a video, then subscribe and stay notified. Okay, so Capricorn, as you can probably tell, we do have company with us today. His sister is still fast asleep. She needs a rest because she's not feeling very well at the moment, and he just wants to play with her all the time. We do need to let her get her rest though, so that's why we've temporarily got Delight in your reads with us. Okay, right, so you've got number 56, no, it's number 36, grounding. It's beautiful, very earthy energy. There you go. And what's this one? Integration, number 32 with, no, number 33 with masculine energy. Okay, okay. Integration with masculine energy. So obviously it doesn't make a difference if you identify as being feminine, masculine, gender fluid. It's just the polarization of the gender principles, okay? It's just energy, not actual gender. So you're making a lot of decisions with that masculine energy, right? And it's something to do with integration. Integrating ideas, integration of beliefs. It's a very sort of temperance type energy, right? Because when you think about temperance, it's a careful balance, a careful blend, you know, the card of alchemy, and a lot of discipline and compromises as well. So you could find yourself having to make a lot of compromises. Obviously, if it's nothing like, don't compromise anything that is dear to yourself, such as your own personal boundaries. They're non-negotiable things. I'm talking things as like people's opinions. Okay. So I do feel the need to clarify this one. You see, you've got a still lake with a wee bit of the moon showing, so that can mean emotions, someone's feelings, and then you've got that snake at the bottom, which can indicate change. Is very sort of 8th house energy, like change, transformation, a shedding of the old skin. I feel that Capricorn, you could well be changing someone's opinion, all right? The symbology that they've used for this masculine energy is the sun. It's enlightenment. So I do feel that your influence is changing someone else's opinion. It's not manipulation. It's not that kind of thing. But this is more of like you're helping someone else see things, possibly from the way that you see things. So it's like you feel a certain way about something, therefore you have an opinion on it. Someone else has got a different opinion to you. So it's like these two opinions and these two individuals' feelings are sort of integrating with each other. And it does feel like a good compromise is being reached here with something. And remember, your first card out was grounding. And you got the sun again in that card as well. Please don't jump off the table, baby. You will hurt yourself. The table's not very high off the ground, but he's still very little. So, yeah. You see, I love that grounding energy for you, Capricorn, because it is your energy. Very balanced, stable, secure. What? You want to do the cards? Oh dear. I feel that there's another message that's coming through with this one, and it's very appropriate that you should have the acorns in the middle of that card as well, because when you think about, well, what time of year are we in? You know, we're in October, it's autumn time. It is a time for harvest, but it's also the time for releasing stuff as well. And see, whenever I see acorns, I think about planning for the future, because straight away it does remind me of squirrels, when squirrels cache away their nuts for a later date. So you could be saving at the moment. You could be saving your finances, saving for something big, with that tree being there. So saving for your future. Some of you are very, very, very ambitious as well. And ambition is not a dirty word, especially if you're a Capricorn. Yeah, that's fine. You just destroy our little pumpkin. That's not a problem. Yeah, after that, I keep this little hedgehog on my desk, and it's always been there since the day I opened the channel, and he is absolutely obsessed with it. But yeah, ambition is not a dirty word, especially if you're a Capricorn, and there's absolutely no shame in planning for your future as well. I know a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on money, but that's not where your head is at the moment, Capricorn. You're not so much focused on the money. You're focused on, I need this for my future. This is gonna... Where you go? Where's your hedgehog gone? There he is. Yeah, it's not about being obsessed with money. It's all about being obsessed with security for the future, which is very, very smart. It's really smart. I've got my Mars placement is in Capricorn, so I completely resonate with that whole, the future is so important. Making sure that everybody's going to be secure for the future. Yeah. Hearth, homecoming, exactly. A home is very, very important to you. A theme, boundaries, and Samhain, death. Okay, what's under there? Oh, you can lose your hedgehog. There you go. Water, cleansing, yeah. You might want to consider taking up some kind of cleansing ritual here, Capricorn. So that's like salt baths. Salt baths is a really, really good one, especially if you're not, you love your crystals, especially if you're not near the sea. Ooh, and again, like with the weather changing, it's probably not a good idea to go skinny dipping in the sea anyway, especially not if you live in the UK. It's bloody freezing. I suppose if you live in these nicer, hotter countries, you could definitely get away with that. But yeah, salt baths, that's a really good cleansing thing that you can do for yourself. But it's also about doing that internal work. So do you remember how I've been saying to you before in the past, like any difficult memories that pop up, don't ignore them. Shoulder cat. Don't ignore them. You sit with them and process what these memories or emotions are trying to convey to you. Okay, so yeah, cleansing, that can be physical and emotional. There's lots of different ways that you could take that particular message. What are you doing? I'll just be a second. Boundaries. Yes, boundaries, super important. I do feel it necessary to pull out an additional deck on this one, just to quickly find out more information about this, because I feel that you're keeping something to yourself at the moment, Capricorn. You're definitely keeping something to yourself. Oh, where are you going? Okay, right. So he's used the chair as a ladder to get down, which is fine. As long as he's not going straight from the table to the floor and he's using something in between, that's fine. Right, so let's clarify. Why is boundaries here, please? Capricorn. Oh. Strange. So I've cleansed your deck, but there's something heavy surrounding your boundaries specifically, Capricorn. The Seven of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Some of yous, now if this is not your energy, then it's the energy of someone else that you're dealing with. Some of you could be feeling like you perhaps aren't able to reinforce your boundaries for whatever reason. It could be fear of upsetting someone else. It could be fear of insulting someone else. Something like that. It's a bit strange. And you've got death here as well, and we did see that energy in your beginning oracle cards with the snake, and how I said that's 8th house energy, about that change, transformation, the shedding of the old skin. It's showing up again here. So yeah, I'm going to clarify all of these fully with your tarot decks just here, and get the in-depth messages for this. So we're just pulling sort of like surface level energies at the moment, and then we'll take a deeper dive into this for you. Okay. Oh, okay. Denial. Not everything is within reach. Don't get caught up in wanting to reach your goal too soon, and patience is required. So something or someone is ever so slightly just out of your reach. Again, that could be interchangeable. You could be just about out of someone's reach. Okay. Listening. Listen to their actions and read between the lines. Listen to what others don't say. And then it's got text up there. It says, darkness does not always equate to evil, and light does not always bring good. Oh, yeah. Do you know what that reminds me of, Capricorn? That reminds me of the people who run around pretending to be holier than thou. And actually, they're the worst of the worst. And those who have got a quote-unquote bad reputation, usually you'll find that bad reputation has come from individuals who dislike those people having boundaries. And then you've got honesty. Let's have a look. Honesty, growth, love and hope. Apologies and compassion is indicated. That's an interesting one, isn't it, Capricorn? Has somebody made you out to be the bad guy here, or the bad girl here? Because I suspect as much. I really do suspect as much. I feel that somebody has come to the realization. Now, who else had this? That they were wrong about you. It was Aries. At the beginning of this month, that was coming out in Aries reads. So you could be dealing with an Aries, or you could have Aries placement somewhere in your chart, such as Venus. It could be an Aries Venus. So I'm just going to shift these to the side a second. Okay, you've got risk, so that's like the Fool. And then at the bottom of the deck, you've got meditation. A time for non-action, listen to your heart and wait, and being in quiet contemplation. Yeah, it's like the Four of Swords energy. There's quite a few things that's going on with you at the moment, Capricorn. It's like the truth has eluded somebody. Something like that. Someone's had a preconceived notion of you, and they were completely and utterly wrong. I feel that you're going to be taking somebody by surprise here, Capricorn. You could be showing them a new side of yourself, or, of course, vice versa. Someone else could be showing a side to themselves that you didn't realise existed within them. Okay, dedicated effort, awaiting results, teach, so that's the Hierophant, and then listen, High Priestess. Okay, and under there is feeling alone, the Five of Cups, share the love, Three of Cups. Five of Cups with Three of Cups, and the High Priestess. Someone is keeping their emotions to themselves, definitely. Someone's hurting, and they're not letting on that they're in pain. I'll just be a second. I just had to go grab the baby because he was trying to climb up my curtains. Right. So we got as far as saying that somebody, it could be you, Capricorn, it could be someone else that you're dealing with. You will know how, like, which side that this is resonating. They're keeping their feelings to themselves, abso-friggin-lutely, right? There could be multiple different reasons as to why somebody would be doing that. It could be trust issues. It could be afraid of coming across as perhaps being weak. Bless you. Or yeah, I do feel that it could be attached to someone's ego there, actually, with the way that you sneezed. Sneezing can be like a fear of gossip, a fear of somebody talking about you. Someone's reputation is very, very, very important to them. And if that means keeping their feelings to themselves, then they will do that to keep their reputation intact. Okay. You're being encouraged to take that risk though, Capricorn. Or, of course, whoever it is that's keeping their feelings to themselves, sweet shuffle bum, whoever it is that's doing that, like, there's your hedgehog. Don't go jumping down there. Yeah, there's your hedgehog. Whoever it is that is not... I'll have to go grab him again in a second if he goes up the curtains. I think somebody is trying to perhaps preempt what the other person is going to do next, right? I feel that coming through really, really strongly. Can you tell us about death, please? Where's death here for Capricorn? Thank you. The Four of Coins. Now these two are in contradiction to each other, because you've got change and transformation with the Four of Coins. The Four of Coins is known as the card of the miser. It's someone holding back or holding on to something too tightly, right? It's someone who isn't good for change. So it could be, Capricorn, that somebody in particular was very, very stuck in their ways, very, very rigid in their way of thinking. And then you've come along and you've opened up their mind and their hearts to other possibilities. It could well be. I'm just going to pull out another deck a second, see if we can get more on that. Death with the Four of Coins, please. Tell us more about this energy for Capricorn. Death and the Four of Coins. Thank you. Ace of Coins. Yeah. But change is necessary. Now, here's the thing, Capricorn. When you say the word change, people don't really like change because it implies that something is being taken away. Right? What you need to do is come at this from a different angle. So instead of the change implies something's being taken away, it could be an addition to instead. Okay. Four of Coins, Ace of Coins equates to the Five of Coins, of course. So this change, like whatever this is that you're proposing, or that someone else is proposing to you, it needs to be proposed in a way that it's an addition to what you've already got, rather than a removal of something. That's why someone's shit scared of change. Okay. Can you tell us about denial, please? Why is denial here for Capricorn? Okay. That's off balance, whatever it is. The Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands off balance. I feel that someone doesn't quite know how to cope with something here, Capricorn. So it's like frustrations are building in this energy, but that Ten of Wands coming out off balance. There's something super... It's like over caution. Something or someone is ever so slightly out of another person's reach. And I feel assumptions could well be a thing here too, especially with that. So someone could be coming to assumptions possibly about you, Capricorn, and it's causing them problems. Can you tell us about listening, please, for Capricorns? Okay, that's reversed. The moon in reverse. How funny. It's that moon energy again, but it's coming out in reverse, isn't it? Which means that in due course, whatever emotions were being kept secret, it's going to come out eventually. So it may as well come out on the person who's doing its terms, if that makes sense. So if this is you, Capricorn, that's doing this, well, your emotions or the truth to the situation is going to be revealed eventually. So you may as well do it on your terms. And if this is someone else doing it to you, then they may as well reveal before something or someone else does it on their behalf. Because we've already seen that whoever it is that's doing this is very, very concerned about what other people may or may not say about the situation. Can you tell us about risk, please? Okay. Yeah, your cards is weird. It's like a really dense energy surrounding whatever this is that's going on for you, Capricorn. Can you tell us about risk for Capricorn, please? I'm getting the word liberation that's coming with that risk as well. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Fucking hell. So you know what the death card is, don't you? And you had it there as well. Yes, it's that change, a transformation, a transition from one stage in your life into the next. It's also liberation. Freedom of spirit. That's why it's a white horse. Have you ever wondered why it's a white horse in the death card? Freedom of spirit. It's the white flower as well. It's liberation. It is freaky because I'm looking at that and I'm hearing liberation, 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 and then your death card jumps out. When this truth comes out, yous will both feel so liberated, so free. And this burden, that's going to be completely in reverse, rather than sort of half in, half out type thing, which is where it's currently at, with it being off balance, half in, half out energy. That will be completely reversed, which means releasing all of these burdens, and it is absolutely emotional burdens, with all of the moon symbology that we've seen in your read, Capricorn. Now you're getting that out again. Can you tell us more about death, please, for Capricorn? Thank you. Six of Cups. Something to do with a soulmate connection. Something to do with someone from your past or your childhood. Childhood memories as well, it could be. This entire read could be about a shared childhood memory that you've never spoken up on, but it's always had some kind of effect on you. Could be something to do with that as well. Just because this is a love read, it doesn't necessarily mean romantic love. There's lots of different types of love, lots of different types of relationships, so take it as it resonates. Or take just the little bits and pieces that resonate, okay? I feel for the most part this is about some kind of soulmate connection for most of you. I'll be back in a second. There's a lot of distractions that's going on in your energy as well, Capricorn. Yeah, I was not expecting that delivery today, but it's arrived early, which, I mean, is really, really good. But it is a wee bit disruptive to your read as well. Never mind. Okay, where did we get? Dedicated effort, awaiting results, and teach, which is the Hierophant. Okay, so 8 of coins, 7 of coins. Oh, 8 to the 7. Now that's an interesting concept, Capricorn, the 8 to the 7. Somebody could well be assuming that something's going backwards, when in actual fact, it isn't going backwards at all. See, your numbers are going to go down the way, 8 to the 7. But look at what they say. Dedicated effort and awaiting results. Which is actually forwards. Because you have to put in the dedicated effort in order to await the results. It makes logical sense. So someone's assuming that something's going backwards, when in actual fact, it isn't. It could be about this soulmate connection here. Someone's assuming that that's it, when actually used to coming closer and closer together. And tell us about dedicated effort. Oh, that was quick. The Hermit with the 9 of Wands. Ooh. Is somebody assumed that they're on block because there's been very limited communication? So someone's assuming that the other person has put them on block. Because remember, we did have assumptions being made. Can you tell us about this energy, please? The Hermit with 9 of Wands for Capricorn. What's the reality of this, please, for Capricorn? Ooh! The 3 of Cups, Capricorn. So whoever it is that's assuming that they have been put on block by their soulmate, clearly you have not. Or vice versa, right? But this is your read, so that's why I'm addressing you, but feel free to flip it, okay? Someone is assuming, oh, they're not going to want to speak to me ever again. They think this, that, and the next about me. It's not true. It's not true. In fact, the other person is going to be absolutely thrilled and delighted to hear from the other one. And that's why I was careful when I asked my question. I says, what is the reality of the situation for Capricorn? And that's it right there. Why is it waiting result? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's landed in my lap. The 4 of Swords and the 6 of Cups. Interesting. I'm getting the word powerless. Somebody feels powerless. That's why they're waiting. They're like, well, I can't do anything about this. If Capricorn is wanting this relationship, then surely Capricorn would be doing something about it. Or again, vice versa, you could be saying, well, if my person wanted this, then surely they would be doing something about it. It's like you're both waiting, and neither of you is moving. Do you know what I mean? Can you tell us more about this, please? It's like neither of you are going to say anything until the other one does, but you have both kind of got the same opinion on that. 2 of Cups. Yep. Union, a partnership, equality, balance, fairness. The 2 of Cups, eh? Yeah. Tell us about teach. Why is teach here, please, for Capricorn? shadow side. That's your major arcana. That would be the devil card in this deck. That's your major arcana. Some of you could be a teacher. Some of you could be, I don't know why I heard teaching somebody a lesson. I mean, you could be, I don't know, it's your read. Or, I'm getting a really spiritual vibe off of this one. Hold on a sec. Can you tell us more about Teach and the Devil, please? Capricorn, thank you. It's Ace of Swords, yeah. Truth, clarity, a revelation, breakthrough. It's that breakthrough. You have taught somebody something very, very valuable about themselves. That's what's happened here. And they're not just seeing themselves in a different light, but they're seeing you also in a different light. That makes sense now. If you remember your oracle read right at the start, that makes sense. It ties in with that. Respect. Respect your relationships. I get the impression, Capricorn, someone's perhaps trying to be a wee bit too respectful. If that makes sense. I know it sounds like a strange thing to say, but it's like, you know, when someone's being too polite and they won't speak up on anything that's bothering them because they're being too polite. Well, if you're trying to be too respectful of somebody, that could lean into feelings of, oh well, I'm not wanting to tread on anybody's toes. I'm not wanting to put a burden on anybody else. It's like Spirit's saying, look, Capricorn, you're not being disrespectful by, or they are not being disrespectful by saying it how it is. Ace of Swords. Spiritual. Your spiritual journey is beginning. There's a spiritual connection here. Yeah, past lives, look at that. There's a spiritual connection here that has changed both of your lives for the better. We reunite with our loved ones over and over again through many different lives. Yeah. Yeah. That's why the connection felt as intense as it has felt. That's why. What else, please, for Capricorn? Wow, that was a nice big jump. It's not everyone else's fault, it's yours. You're a grown-ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. Does somebody feel like everyone else is getting in between yourself and another? Whatever you're thinking about, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. Interesting. Oh, I know what this is. This is somebody self-blaming. That's what that is. They're telling themselves, yeah, have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. And then you've got rebel because fuck it. Yeah. This is self-doubt. That's what this is. And we've seen that already here. Someone's making a lot of assumptions, aren't they? Oh, that other person, that they're not going to want to hear from me. I'm probably on block. They probably hate me, this, that, and the next. And it's all completely wrong. That's why they've been holding themselves back. They're like, no, I can't contact them. I can't do this, that, and the next. Do you know what I mean? That's what that is. And also there's a lot of self-blame as well. Someone's blaming themselves. Oh shit, you know, I messed up this connection, this, that, and the next. And actually, from what I can see in this read, the connection isn't messed up at all. Okay, right, so you could be dealing with Aries, Gemini, Leo, or an Aquarius. If not, then you could have those placements somewhere in your chart, and probably your Venus placement, with this being a love read, but again, not necessarily romantic love. Right, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I had an extra one in my hand. I usually pull out 12, but you've got 13. Right, so you've got D, I, J, H, Q, C, A, W, V, another C, you've got P, M, and another V. Okay. We've got a name. We've got Jim. Somebody could be called Jim. We've got Dim. Oh dear. Dim. Usually in the UK, if we say that someone's a bit dim, it means that like they're a bit thick, like they're not very intelligent. I don't feel that that's the message with this one. I feel that this is about hope. It's like someone has a dim outlook, or both of you could have a dim outlook on how this is going to play out. We've got another name. We've got Maya, M-I-A. That could be someone's name. It could also be like missing in action, which again, that whole missing in action thing does fit in with the theme of your read, Capricorn. Especially with that Hermit and the Nine of Wands, the Four of Swords. Do you know what I mean? It's like very, very little communication here that's happened. Right, so I do need to leave that one there. Any additional messages that you can pull, either from these letters or the entire spread, anything that you pull intuitively, that's what you should run with, okay? I always do encourage everybody to use their own intuition. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading, then you can place your booking at phoenixkeiatarot.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.